What key elements do successful novels for children and teenagers need? Welcome to Write for a Reason, where Christians who are new to writing novels for children and teenagers can get help and encouragement to put their talent to work, make their stories the very best they can be, and get them into readers' hands. Are you new to writing novels for children or for young adults? Do you know the key elements that every successful story needs? Hello, my name is Janet Wilson. I'm founder of Dernier Publishing. We produce Christian fiction for young people and Write for a Reason, where you can find resources to help new writers make their novels the best they can be. Stories are powerful. When Jesus wanted to illustrate a point, what did he do? He told a story. At its most basic, stories are an enjoyable way to pass the time, but there's a lot more to it than that. Stories can inspire readers to great things, warn of dangers, take them to far off places while they're sitting in their armchair, help them to understand other people's struggles and their own, and bring hope in dark places. And when shared, a story has extra meaning. Parents, grandparents, and babysitters or carers, or the whole family can share a story together as characters go through struggles and win through, which is wonderful. But in order to craft a successful story, you need certain key elements. They've never changed over time. Here are some of them. Firstly, you need to know your target audience. You need to know who you're writing for and their world. Number two, you need an engaging main character. He or she needs to be someone that your readers care about, so they're longing to find out what happens to them and they're rooting for them. And of course, you need some secondary characters who will either help your protagonist, as your main character, reach their goal, or might try to stop them, and they won't, of course. You need to get your narrative voice right. That's number three. Perspective can be tricky, and keeping it consistent is vital if you're going to have a good story. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check it out because it really is important. Number four, you need to know what the theme of your story is and how to weave it in, and how to make it work from the beginning of your story right to the very end. You need an engaging setting for your story, number five, and that speaks for itself. And this was one where you can let your imagination fly. Young people love to have exciting settings, whether it's a fantasy or set in this world, but you can do some wonderful things with a good setting. You also need a gripping beginning. You need to draw your reader in immediately, otherwise they might not get further on in your story. Those first few lines, that the point where you have a problem at the beginning, where you get readers want to know what happens next, is so important. There's lots of really good things that you can add into the first few pages of your story to draw your readers in. If you pop over to the Write for a Reason website, I've got a free worksheet which you can look at there with seven I think it's 7 elements for a gripping story for beginning of your story, something like that. Anyway, look it up if you're not sure and you'd like to have a look. And you need a satisfying ending, of course, a conclusion that will make you have your readers sighing with satisfaction and wanting to read the whole series, the next book. And in between the beginning and the ending, of course, you will need lots of conflict. So you need to know how to make your conflicts become more and more difficult for your characters to follow until, of course, you get to that climax at the end. So that, I can't remember how many I've got to now, but however many that is, those are the elements that you need for a successful novel. If all this excites you and you think, yes, I'd really like to look into this a little bit more, please do go over to the Write for a Reason website. That's Write for a Reason with little dashes between. Here, I've got a piece of paper here with it written on there. And you can look at the videos, or you can look at there's a free writing blog that I do, but as I put up a new writing tip every week for you to have a look at. And you can also join the Write for a Reason Academy. The next one starts in January, on January the 6th, and you can go through all these exciting elements that you will need for your novel, and make sure you get it right before you carry on writing. So don't keep on writing not knowing what you're doing, where you're going. Don't waste your time. Get some training, get some encouragement. It doesn't have to be with us, with Write for a Reason, but do join a course or get a book and get some help to make sure that your novel is where it needs to be. Make sure you have all the skills you need, and then off you go and make your novel a success. Do let me know how you get on. Thank you for watching.